Hello students. Now coming from after question 6, question 7, you see it is given also again write balanced chemical equation. So given calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide produces calcium carbonate plus water. So in this you see calcium is already balanced, oxygen 2 plus 2 4, so 3 plus 1 4, hydrogen 2 hydrogen. So it is already balanced. No need to multiply any coefficient in it. Second one, zinc plus silver nitrate gives zinc nitrate plus silver. So zinc nitrate, so here nitrogen comes to be 2. So here 2 you need to multiply. So 2 silver becomes 2 silver here. Okay. Now it is balanced. Zinc is balanced. Oxygen 6 both sides. Now aluminium plus copper chloride. So when copper chloride, when it is mentioned, as you know, copper has two valencies 1 and 2. So usually when no Roman letter written copper 1 chloride or copper 2 chloride, you take it as for granted copper 2 chloride. Okay, so CuCl2 will be the compound, AlCl3 and copper. So in this case you see aluminum copper is balanced, but the chlorine is having odd and even numbers. So try to make it taking their HCl. So 2 and 3 HCl is your 6. So try to make 6 on both sides. So in order to make it 6 both sides, you need to multiply 3 here and you need to multiply 2 here. So now chlorine is balanced, but aluminium 2 here, so 2 more aluminium here, copper 3 here, 3 copper here. So now it is balanced. Then barium chloride plus potassium sulfate gives barium sulfate plus potassium chloride. So again I am telling you barium sulfate is precipitate here. So barium balanced, sulfur balanced, oxygen balanced. Now potassium 2, chlorine 2. So multiply simply 2 here, it will become 2 potassium and 2 chlorine. Now question number 8 given, again write balanced chemical equation for the following and identify the type of reaction in each case. We have to first write the balanced equation and then we have to also write what type of reaction it is. Now potassium bromide, barium iodide form potassium iodide and barium bromide. So here potassium balanced, iodine is not balanced, iodine 2, iodine 1, so multiply 2 here. Again potassium becomes 2, so multiply 2 here. Now bromine 2, barium 1, barium 1. So as you can see here, potassium bromide is exchanging radicals with barium iodide. So you can write it here as double displacement reaction. It's a kind of double displacement reaction. Now this one is zinc carbonate get decomposed to zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. It is already balanced. So single substance broken down into two new substances. So and it is accompanied by heat actually. So it will be a thermal decomposition reaction. Thermal decomposition reaction. Hydrogen combines with chlorine to form HCl. So you need to multiply 2 here in order to balance it. So two substances combine to give a single substance. That means it's a combination reaction. Okay. Now the last one is given magnesium plus HCl gives magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. So magnesium being more reactive displaces hydrogen. And if you balance it this one 2 HCl it will be. So here magnesium is displacing hydrogen. This can be called as a displacement reaction. And if you want to extend it further, you can also write /redox reaction. Okay? But the most common one is your displacement reaction because magnesium is displacing hydrogen. Now coming to question number 9. Remember one thing students, here also the physical state is mentioned. So you need to also mention the physical state, like this one is solid, this one is solid, this one is gas. Here this one is gas, this one is gas. Okay, this one is also a gas, in that form it has been formed. So accordingly wherever the physical state has been mentioned, you need to mention that one. Then the question number 9 given, what does one mean by exothermic and endothermic reactions? In previous video already we have discussed about exothermic means heat energy is liberated. The reaction in which heat energy liberated is called exothermic. The reaction in which heat energy is absorbed is called endothermic. Now giving it is also asked about give examples. So if you give examples for exothermic reaction, the simple example you can say quicklime treated with water forming calcium hydroxide. So it's the best example of exothermic reaction. Heat, the container becomes warm. And endothermic, you can take example of any thermal decomposition reaction, that is endothermic. The heat energy is supplied. Or another example here I can also give, barium hydroxide plus ammonium chloride gives barium chloride plus ammonia plus water. So here liberation of ammonia makes the container cold. That means the energy is being absorbed from the surrounding. Okay, so that's an example of endothermic reaction. You can also use some other reactions, not mandatory that these are the only examples, because examples means it can be used, you can use other reactions as well. Now the question number 10 given, why is respiration considered an exothermic reaction? Now as you know, respiration is the reaction in which the carbohydrate particularly is broken down in our cells to produce carbon dioxide and water, and in that process energy is liberated. The heat energy that is liberated is stored in our body. That's why it is an exothermic reaction. As you can see, also the reaction you need to mention, the carbohydrate glucose C6H12O6 when getting oxidized in the cells of our body, reacting with oxygen, it produces carbon dioxide and water, and heat energy is liberated. This energy is being utilized by our body for doing different kinds of work. So you can balance this one, 6 CO2, then 12 oxygen. So this one will be 6 water. Now oxygen becomes 6 to 12 plus 6 18. So 6 oxygen, 12 oxygen. This will be the balanced one. Carbohydrate being oxidized. The next question is, why are decomposition reactions called the opposite of combinations reaction? This is one of the most important questions that was also being asked in many exams, that decomposition and your combination reaction. As you know, the decomposition is breaking down of a single substance into 2 or more substances. So one best example you can give, the water when electrolyzed, electricity is passed, it is forming hydrogen and oxygen. So here water is broken down by passing electricity. Now if I write hydrogen bonds in oxygen, it forms water. So as you can see, single substance broken down into 2 substances, and in this example 2 substances combined to give a single substance. So same react means here water is the reactant, hydrogen oxygen are the product, hydrogen and oxygen combined to give water is the product. Conditions are different. Here electricity is passed to decompose it. Here it is hydrogen get ignited with oxygen to give water, and obviously the heat energy is also liberated. So this is the best example, that decomposition reaction, the reaction in which single substance broken down into 2 or more substances. Combination is 2 or more substances combined to give a single product. That's why decomposition and combinations are opposite of each other. So it has given also to write the equation for both. Now question number 12 given, write one equation each for decomposition reaction where energy is supplied in the form of heat, light or electricity. That means you have to give an example of thermal decomposition